Like, so if you were to take video games and apply them into like an academic educational setting, I don't know if I'd view video games in the same light, or whether the game they were providing in an academic setting I would even like.
I think I have a quote that like addresses that kind of. It says, how can we make learning in and out of school, with or without using games, more game-like, in the sense of using the sorts of learning principles that young people see in good games every day. So it's like, if we could take games, put it into the classroom setting, but it's also not about that. It's about using like the characteristics that we find interesting in games and then applying that to the school setting. Does anyone who has this question have anything to say about anything?
Hey David, because I like your shirt, let me know what you think about the reading.
I think the reading is very good. Why like all people like play video games and learning video games? Because I think compared to the school's materials, the video games company they must do some investigations, like research, to make sure the games be liked by most people.
What do you guys think about the games that like they play at the elementary schools now? They have like their own tablets, so they they play like educational games.
It's like learning how to like park a car, but they were actually learning fractions, but it didn't say like learning fractions, they just like felt like they were playing a game. So like they had to figure out like if 3 cars had to park, like where would they put the lines to make it even, and then like the cars would go park themselves and it'd be like, oops, too small. Like I was watching and I was like, you don't think you're learning, but you're still learning.
Yeah, we had like Mavis Beacon.
I was just gonna say that. Oh my god.
And I really liked it. I really liked going to the computer lab and doing that. Even though I knew that I was learning how to type, but like that driving game where like if you miss one, it would like splat. I really liked that game.
We had like the regular Mavis Beacon, and then we played the SpongeBob one. And I appreciate it because learning how to type. Because I realized like when you're sitting in class in college, some people like never learn how to type, and I guess I took that for granted because it's pretty useful because it takes forever to like, but some people actually type like that, so I guess that was pretty useful, even though I forgot about it until right now.
I don't know your name, but since you're wearing a hat and I'm wearing a hat, what do you think about all this?
I don't play video games. I was never really interested in, but I thought it was really interesting how he was like trying to like relate it. You know.
My brother made me play, and I didn't know how to play, and he just killed me like 100 times before I even got it one time. I was like, I'm never touching a video game ever again. So like that's why I don't play video games.
I used to play video games with my brother like all the time growing up. So it was like a thing that we would do together, that we would like kill other people that we would like play with. And it's like if you failed, like whereas if you fail in school, you're like, oh, that's fine, like I'll just go back and do it again. Where if you fail in school, you're like, okay, I'm done, like I can't do it again. So I think the video games are like really good, teaching you that it's okay to go back again and try.
Like siblings are so influential because like my brother's like because I have 2 brothers, like one's older and one's younger, so like I basically from everything my older brother dragged me into, like video games or sports like basketball and football and stuff, like it made me be like a better sister to my little brother because I knew like all the things that he would be interested in. If my little brother wasn't around, then I already knew like all the stuff that boys like to do, so then I'd just take my little brother out to play basketball or something.
I don't know if anyone play Pokemon Go here. It's this new app where like it uses your GPS and like you can go walk around like campus and like catch Pokemon. It's really cool.
It's fun because like you're moving and then you see these people that are on their phones and you kind of like smile at them because you know they're playing it too. And you kind of build that little bond. And it's like, I don't know, I find it like fun because like you do get to like learn about different places, and it gives you a little description about each little site where you just didn't know what existed. So
okay, so just to wrap up, this was an amazing discussion that I barely interacted with. I'd just like to point out a couple things. One, I hope you can see the reason why in U.S. schools where democracy is an educational ideal, why having a common, compulsory, public university system is important. We had a 45-minute conversation just about some basic ideas in one reading that we had all done in common that everyone had different individual experiences on. From, I don't play video games, can you explain things to me, to I only like certain kinds of games, to aren't siblings important? So that's one thing I want to point out. just as we're wrapping this up, is that you can see why we do the things that we do. There's always room for improvement, but at least somebody's heart was in the right place. Now, with that in mind, there's one other thing I want to point out to you, which is where your hearts are. This is where your hearts are right now. What do we want to do going forward as part of the educational experiences for others? Cultural identity and connection, communication skills, confidence and resilience, strong and healthy body, and also strong, healthy, balanced emotions, right? Like resilience, the ability to come back from setbacks, and a solid moral foundation. Principles is the connection of ideas as a base for actions. These are the ideas. This is the base of actions that you see connected to that. Cultural identity connection means seeing your family's culture. Black, Filipino, Hawaiian, like whatever the case is, that people get exposure to their own culture. But we also said communication skills are important, so then we had the idea of exposure to multiple cultures. And also Jake threw in the idea of giving and receiving respect. If you're not used to being respected, then you're not going to be comfortable sharing. And if you're not used to respecting others, you're not going to be comfortable listening. Some of these I put in quotes because I could hear your voices saying them to your kids or to children around you. Failure is okay. You are loved. Oh, but by the way, you're not special. Talent means nothing without the hard work that it takes to develop that. Also, make mistakes. Go out and experience. I don't want you to feel held back because you're afraid that you're going to do something wrong. Doing something wrong is what's going to make you you. You're going to learn every time you do that. You want supportive and non-judgmental adults around. You want to be surrounded by beautiful girls. Who was it, David? You threw this out? Let's explore this. Why do you want your son or daughter to be surrounded by beautiful girls and or boys? Why? You're saying, I plan to have my son surrounded by beautiful women. Let's make it principled. What is the idea behind that? Just speak, right? Just let it out of your mouth.
I think it's human nature.
Yeah! Right? Look, okay, no, I think it's really important. David said two things connected. He said healthy, strong body, surrounded, like seeing beautiful girls, right? How many guys at the gym do you think might not show up if they weren't surrounded by beautiful women? It is their motivation. David is talking about, I want my son to see a purpose for his activity. I want him surrounded by not only beautiful women, but healthy guys too, who make him feel like, oh, I could be like that. I could get in shape like that. Why am I all flabby? Why don't I get ripped? And then he goes and works out and says, dude, even if I weren't ripped and I were alone in a room, this feels good. Right? He wants them to have a healthy, strong body. And everybody said alongside of that, we don't just want them to see them. We want them to get in good connections with them. These beautiful boys and girls are not pieces of meat. They're potential friends. They're people to connect to so that we can have confidence and resilience. If I fall down and make a mistake, it's okay because my friend is there to help me. If I fail at something, it's okay because my parents won't judge me, and making mistakes is part of who I am. I hope you are seeing right now what you see as the future of education, because school is not fixed. The way school was in the 1800s, 1900s is not the way it is now, and it's not the way it's going to be when you're 80. So it's important to hold close to these things in your heart and say, what am I going to do to move us toward that in the future? Thank you. This was an awesome class.